Hi there, it's Elizabeth here, your mentor for all things marriage and long-term relationship. Today I'm going to be talking about signs that your partner might be emotionally disconnected. We're going to discuss what that means to be emotionally disconnected, signs to look out for, why having an emotionally disconnected partner could be dangerous to you, and what you can do about it. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning visitor, thank you for coming back. My name is Elizabethritchie. I'm a certified life coach and a registered clinical counselor. And for many years, I've worked with men and women and couples, helping them to build more fulfilled and joyous lives and relationships. If this video today resonates with you, be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe, and give the video a like. And that way you will be the first in line for when my next video on building resilient relationships drops. So if you find after watching this you need more support, you can always reach out to me and my team at support@elizabethritchie.com. All right, so what does having an emotionally disconnected partner look and feel like? In a nutshell, having a partner who is emotionally disconnected feels like on a really deep level, in a deep knowing way, you do not feel like your partner has your back. You do not feel like you could turn to your partner in times of challenge and adversity. And as humans, as a human species, this connection is something we need on a very basic, very primal level. And when we don't have that emotional connection, we clearly feel it throughout our body that something is off. And if you have a partner who is emotionally disconnected, you are bound to have a lot of difficulties in your relationship. So I would say one of the first signs to look out for if you are suspecting that your partner is emotionally disconnected would be to look at their behavior, see if they act distracted, disinterested, and avoidant. So that might be something as simple as you coming into a room and saying hi or asking a question, and they may give a 1 or 2 word answer and then move out of the room without really engaging with you. Or another thing could be that you are asking them a question, maybe that's important to you, and they don't give you much of an answer, or again, it's just a really brief answer, and then they start doing a chore, doing something to kind of avoid connecting with you and avoid answering the question. Another thing that somebody who is emotionally disconnected may do, more importantly, you may sense, is the feeling that you have to walk on eggshells around this person. It's the feeling like you don't always know what kind of reaction you're going to get when you ask them about something or you make a request. You don't know if you're going to get somebody who's going to be, your partner's going to be irritated or frustrated or seem angry with you when you ask them a question, or if you're going to get somebody who is actually going to listen to you, right? So that sense of you don't know where you stand in the relationship, it's a bit like walking on eggshells. That's another sign that your partner may be emotionally disconnected. So one of the things that we see in partners where there is an emotional disconnect is something that we refer to as stonewalling. And stonewalling is not just like avoidant or being busy or, not chatting too much when the other partner wants to. Stonewalling is more of a damaging psychological behavior, damaging to the partner who's being stonewalled. And it would be something like if let's say a wife said to her husband, I was really hurt and frustrated when I was sick and had to stay home with the kids, and you went with your friends to the football game and didn't help me out with our toddlers when I wasn't feeling well. And so if the wife says that and the husband looks at her and just looks blank and doesn't comment and walks out of the room, that is very psychologically jarring to the wife, to the person that it's happening to. Have you ever had the experience of being stonewalled before? If you have, please share in the comments below. What was that experience like for you, and what did you do about it? So another sign that you may be with a partner who is emotionally disconnected would be that you are no longer daydreaming, setting goals, fantasizing, having dreams about a shared future. So you may be thinking, I want to go on this trip a few years down the road. I want to go to Italy, and I want to, see the beautiful beaches there and eat in the nice restaurants. And when you really dial it in to that fantasy, to that goal or dream, you realize your partner is not in the picture with you. And on the opposite end, your partner, if they are emotionally disconnected, they're doing the same thing as well. So that's a sign that there could be an emotional disconnect there. Another sign to look out for in terms of an emotional disconnect would be if you find yourself no longer confiding in your partner, no longer sharing, your hopes and your fears. And instead you're turning to your family and your friends, and you're sharing things that previously you may have shared with your partner, or maybe you never shared with your partner. But that would be a sign that there's an emotional disconnect, because our partners need not to just be our romantic partners, but also our friends. And they have to have our back, as I talked about at the beginning. And if we don't have that sense of safety from them, then chances are we're not sharing our personal, vulnerable information with them. So that would be another sign. Another symptom of an emotionally disconnected partnership would be that you are often consistently left feeling lonely, overlooked, and unheard. And if that is your regular state, that is a big red flag that you're in an emotionally disconnect with your significant other. All right, so we talked about what emotional disconnection in a partner looks like. We talked about signs to look out for. And now, what do you do about it? If you suspect that your partner is emotionally disconnected, what do you do about it? Well, I would say the first step is you need to talk to them about the situation. And oftentimes we can be reading into things, misinterpreting people's behavior, not asking questions, not seeking clarity. And when we do that, everything gets very vague and very confused and very gray. So we need to move out of that space. So a good place to start is just picking a good time where you can speak to your partner and using I messages, saying, I feel sad about the way our relationship is going right now, and I'd like to talk to you about it. When would be a good time? So you're saying, I feel sad, or I feel lonely, or I feel overlooked, or I felt hurt that you chose to go to the football game with your friends instead of staying home and helping me when I felt ill and had the kids to manage. So use those I messages. Now, the situation's different if you have tried that repeatedly, talking to your partner about how you've been feeling, bringing up situations where you may have felt hurt or irritated or sad, and it's kind of falling on deaf ears, then that situation is a bit different. And if you're unsure what to do in that situation, that's probably when you need to seek out a professional, somebody who can help you. And the reason why I say that is, in a lot of the research that's been done, when partners make a bid for attention or dialogue or connection, when the wife turns to the husband and makes that bid for connection, and if the husband turns towards her, or the partner turns towards her and wants to connect and wants to engage, that is a sign that the relationship is successful and that this relationship has some mastery to it. Because couples that succeed, the stats show that, I think it's 85% of the time that, if you ask for help from your partner and your partner turns to you, that is a sign that the relationship's got legs and it can go on. But if you are asking for support from your partner, on the other hand, and your partner's not responding, is not reciprocating, seems disinterested, seems like they don't care, in those cases, that's kind of a sign that the relationship may not be able to go the distance. And that there's more work that needs to be done. And so that's when bringing a professional in. And by professional, that could be a therapist, a psychologist, a coach. This is not something you want to be discussing with your family or friends, because oftentimes there's family system stuff from your own family of origin that gets pulled in, and you know, the person you're talking to can't see things clearly either, because they have a vested interest. So that's when you would need to seek help. So if you had a partner who was stonewalling, refusing all conversation, shutting down, not talking to you, you're left feeling unheard, that would be where you want to seek out support to help you navigate that. Now, the danger, the thing I talked about at the beginning of the video, the danger with having a partner who's emotionally disconnected is not only that you end up with hurt feelings and you feel lonely and you feel isolated and diminished as a person, as a partner, but it also has a physical effect on your body as well. And the research again has shown that symptoms such as migraine headaches, stomach or heart issues, back problems, tension, all these things can often be linked to stress, which in turn can be linked to a poor relationship, or a relationship that's not functioning well. So over time, and again, you know, the stats bear out that for a lot of couples, it's they wait 6 years until they seek assistance with the issues that they're having. So over 6 years, if you're experiencing this kind of an emotional disconnect, this is taking a toll on your body, on your system, on your mental health, and on your physical self. So it's really important to seek support at that stage. So remember, if you got some good information out of this video today, please be sure to give it a like, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and I will be putting out more videos to do with long-term relationships and marriage and how to get the best functioning out of our partnerships. If you do feel like you still need some additional support, feel free to reach out to my team at support@elizabethritchie.com and ask us how we can help you.